Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Bite the book. Today we're gonna go through September 5th and also take a look at some opportunities that I've actually taken and just really go through the session. Today actually, one of my better days in the last week or two. I made about, what was it, 20%, 19%. So it was a really good day for me. I'm kind of excited, right? Like, if I can do this on a consistent basis, then there shouldn't be any reason for me to not, reach my 100K goal by next year. But as always, let's start off with the hourly, and then we'll make our way down to the 5-minute. You know what? I already did that. So I'll just leave the structure I have here, and I'll explain all the points on this chart. So this point was pretty much after the fact. This is also after the fact too. So the main things that I had to deal with in the session was this area over here, this area, which I fixed on the 30-minute. And then also the lows in the pre-market. So we have this one over here where the close is on the hour, and then also the 30-minute close over here. So now just going into the session, I was always in a buy bias, like I've been talking about before, right? Once we break out of this this consolidation here that we've been in for the last 30 days, like, all we have to do is go up. So I've been stacking my buys like no tomorrow. So let's just start off again with the hour. As you can see, price went up, pulled down, and going up again. If you were selling anywhere here, like, your chances of winning your trade would have probably been pretty tough for you. Let's look at a 30-minute. Best piece of structure is actually in between here. There isn't really much else other than this structure that was formed here, which is pretty solid now. I'm actually in a trade that I took a few minutes ago, so I'm expecting it to come up to at least the 29.77. That should be $5. Let me see. No, I'm expecting it to come up to 29.78, and then my stop loss is 250, just down here. Yeah, just down here. My main basis for this trade was it was a structured trade. Like, I know that this resistance is here, right? We do have one that's a bit lower too, but I don't see it going down here. But anyway, we have just resistance right here. Off the 50-minute, we have a little bend trade that I like to do, that I take on a consistent basis. And then the 5-minute, it's just, we seen the structure change and the direction change, right? So price came down, it tapped this little zone here, and then it started making its way up, and we haven't made a lower low yet. So, again, I'm not too worried about this trade. So let's talk about the first trade I took during this session. The first trade I took was actually, pretty sure it was at 8 a.m. I was actually up, and what I ended up doing was I took a single buy over here, right? I took another buy over here as well. Wait, let me just confirm that. Buy. 14. No, my bad. So it was at 8. So, or no, it wasn't at 8. I'm trying to find this. Sorry, guys. It was actually closer to 7, so I can use this time down there. So 6:55. So I woke up, I looked at my phone, I took a trade. I took a buy, 29.66. Now think about this. 29.66 is right here. 2966.5 is right there. I took the buy right here. with no basis for this trade. That instantly got stopped out in about a minute, right? Because as you can see, this is the first 5-minute candle that I took the buy on, and then I got stopped out like right over here at my 29.64. So that was, you know, my $2.50 stop loss. So anyway, after that, I got ready for work, went to work, and then 8 o'clock comes around, right? I get into my buys over here at 29.64.75, right? And this was after this wick was created. So price went like that, it spiked. 29.64 is when I took the buy. And then price was just playing around here, right? Took some more buys again. Another one contract, another one contract. So they're on the same price. So 29.65. And then also 29.65.25 just over here. And then what happened was, you know, we got to open at 9:30, and price surged up, and I just held for my dear life, because I knew price was going up, right, just because of my overall bias, and again us just breaking that 30-day consolidation. So anyway, price pushed up, all right, and by that time I was already more than $5 in, so I was moving my stop loss to break even. Once price got up here though, this is where I decided to actually partially sell my position. So I was in a 3 contract in total, and then I sold 2 at the 29.74 just up here at 74. The main reason for that was that for some reason when I looked at the chart at this time, I was looking at the 1 minute. My target was actually the 28.85 up here. So my first sell was up here, and then my second one for that one was at 29.81, which again was still lower, but it was still much better than this, right? So that difference is about $4, I believe. Did I say? So 29.74 up to 81. Ooh, more than that. That's about $7. $7 difference. So I could have, you know, made an additional $7 profit times, you know, whatever contract size I'm using. That was my first position in session. I took 2 more trades after that. After that, I took more buys, right? So I took another buy over here on this candle. This would have been at 29.82, 29.82.5 up here, and I got stopped out at 29.80, pretty much in the same 5-minute candle. Yeah, because like 29.82 is up here, and it just pushed down. Because I was expecting this to bend and then continue up, right? Because again, this happens like consistently, like I was talking about over here, right? We broke out of that, broke out of a range, and then it just bent, right? Again over here too, broke out of this, bent, pushed up. So I was expecting the same thing. I guess this was a really key zone, right? When you look at the higher time frames. So when I pull out a bit, you'll see that up here, at the 81 is where there's some traffic, right? Things are happening in this area. So let's go back down to my 5-minute. So that was the second trade I took, and then I took another trade, which was a sell. The sell I took was actually over here, right? Took a sell over here, then I got stopped out up over here. So here's a sell, 29.75. 29.75. So yeah, 29.75. So think about this. I'm on this candle. It's 29.75. I took a sell, right? I'm going for $5. So that means that I'm expecting, so 29.75. That means I'm expecting it to move at least down here, but that was not the case. $2.50 stopped out right over here. So it literally tapped me, to stop me out, right? So 29.78. So 29.75, 75, and 29.78. So 250. So you know, it just instantly stopped me out, and so I decided to take another sell, right? The second sell I took was over here, 29. 29.74. So 29.74, which was again at this spot right here, because I was expecting it to push down, right? On the lower time frame, it looked like it was going. So if we go to the 1 minute, let me just make sure I have the right one here. So 29.74. So if I go to the 1 minute, what you'll see is that, you know, we had our, oh shoot, I just moved that. So 29.74 right here. What you'll notice is that, excuse me, 29.74, that's where I sold. So price pushed down, right? We had our close. It wasn't really a good close because again, it's on the 1 minute time frame, right? We had our close, price pushed down again, and if I was fast enough, so where's 29.74? Right there. So it pushed down $1.75. So that was 7 ticks. Well, if I was fast enough, I could have closed that and then, you know, make more profit, but that wasn't the case. So anyway, I got stopped out. Where did I get stopped out? 77. 29.77. 29. Where is it? Where is it? Sorry guys, I'm trying to find that position. 74. So oh, okay, so I ended up stacking, and then here's a 2. Wait, the 2 should have been right here. No, 1. Sorry, I'm trying to find my trade I took. Oh, here it is, 29.77. That's where I got stopped out. So the sell, right? 29.74, stopped out 29.77. So I actually made it a $3 stop loss because again, I was expecting this to go all the way down, right? If we're at 29.74, 29.77 is literally all the way up here. Like when I think about it, it should have been outside of these wicks, but I wasn't ready to risk, you know, more than $3 on that move. So what I should have done was waited for it to come here and then take my sell, right? Because then my risk reward would have been a lot better. Like 250 is all the way up here. $3 is all the way up here. It hasn't been up here since, you know, an hour and a half since that position was taken. But then again, the $5 take profit would have never been hit anyway. Never been hit. So anyway, I decided to take one final trade, and this was closer to 2:30, just after lunch. After lunch, I ended up actually stacking a few trades. So I took a 1 contract and then I believe a 2 contract. Yeah, so 1 and 2. First contract was at 29.75.5. Second one was at 29.75. So I took buys on these 2 candles. So 29.75. Yeah, so in between here, in this price range is where I would have taken those buys. My first sell was over here. 29.79. 29.79 right up here, right? This position was actually really stressful only because when I took this, right, I had this one big bearish candle that literally moved in a minute. It moved 3 something. What is this? Yeah, 350 in a minute, and I was just freaking sweating. I was furious. I couldn't control my emotions. But you know what, at the end of the day, I just left it. You know, I came back to it a little later, and then I seen that price was, you know, keeping this support here. It bent over here at the last support that became resistance, right? If you see that, support, resistance, 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 resistance. If you look at the closes, and the price pushed up, right? After this wick, I knew that, you know, I may have to get out because on the hourly, what we see is these closes, right? Which is very important. By that time, right, when you think about it, it's already 3:15. In my head, I don't see myself or the market getting any more volume. So it's either I get out now or I set my stop losses, and that's exactly what I did, right? So initially, I got out of 2 contracts, 2 out of 3, right? 29.79, and then I set my stop loss a bit higher at 29.50, just up here. Wait, 29.50. No, no, sorry, that was a manual close. And that's, that's the session. Like, there wasn't really much that happened other than the big push in the morning. And then again, this push down, which was really solid. Oh, sorry guys. So the push down happened at 3:30, and this was a solid $11 move, right? And if you look at the higher time frame and you believe in the buy, then you'd see this thing trending, right? So we gotta move like that, like that, like that, and then like that, right? Again, here's the resistance that's becoming support, and then we're pushing our way back up. Let me remove these. But yeah, that was pretty much the session. I found it pretty easy. I was able to keep my lots low. I'm really proud about that, because usually I would just click away. And overall, it took about how many trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades, and then 8 is a trade that I have open. This is my last trade until tomorrow morning. Once it gets the $5 mark, what I'm going to do is actually move it to 3 ticks above break even, and then just let it ride out. Because again, I'm really expecting price to push all the way up here, back up to my $3,000 range, right? So if you look at this, that's about 185, right? 185 times 2.5, because that's what a contract is worth, is gonna be $400, $460. So that's solid, no matter where you're working. But anyway, my account's small. Once it gets back up there, the sizes will be a lot bigger. Again, it was a really great day. Made about 20%, and yeah, happy about that. I just gotta keep pushing and keep doing this. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, risk on. Bye.